Today, we're going to break down a single ancient verse that offers a pretty radical solution to one of our most universal fears. It's an idea so powerful, it tries to dismantle the fear of death, not with blind faith, but with pure logic. So let's dive in and see how it works.
I mean, it's a question that gets to all of us, right? Well, thousands of years ago, on a battlefield of all places, the great warrior Arjuna faced this question head-on. He looked out and saw his own family, his friends, his teachers on the other side, and the thought of the violence to come just shattered him. He was completely frozen, just paralyzed by despair.
And in that moment of crisis, his guide, the divine male voice of Krishna, gives him an answer. But here's the thing. It's not a simple, hey, don't worry, it'll all be okay. No, it's a precise, logical argument, almost like a philosophical tool, all packed into one verse, and it's engineered to pull fears apart at its very roots.
Okay, so here it is in the original Sanskrit. And I know that might look a little intimidating at first glance, but its real power is in its structure. It's almost mathematical. We're going to unlock it together, step by step, to see how it builds this incredible argument against the very logic of fear.
You see, the power here isn't just that it sounds poetic, it's in how it's built. Think of it like a philosophical proof, you know? Each line builds on the last one, and it's designed to systematically close every possible escape route for doubt.
Krishna starts with this huge, absolutely radical claim. He doesn't just say the self, your true essence, survives death. He says it exists completely outside the entire system of birth and death. That whole cycle that we just take for granted, he's saying for the true self, it just doesn't apply.
And then the argument goes even deeper. This next line challenges the whole concept of becoming. It's saying the self never had a starting point in the first place, so how could it possibly have an end point? It just is, existing outside our normal timeline of creation and destruction.
So Krishna has just made these massive claims, right? But he knows the mind, he knows it's going to doubt. So he uses this really powerful rhetorical trick. He just hammers the point home to make it absolutely undeniable. He does this by stacking four incredibly potent words that all mean basically the same thing: unborn, everlasting, permanent, ancient. It's like he's saying, look, just in case you missed it, let me be crystal clear about what eternal really means. The whole point is to completely saturate your mind with this one unshakable idea.
So, after laying that foundation that the self is eternal, the verse builds to its final killer conclusion. This is the line that takes all of this high-minded philosophy and brings it right down to the battlefield, directly to the heart of what Arjuna is so terrified of.
And right here, the verse draws an absolute line in the sand. It makes this incredibly stark distinction. You've got the body on one side, and yeah, the verse admits it can be destroyed. But on the other side, you have the self, which it insists cannot be touched. The whole point is that what happens to one has absolutely zero effect on the other. They're in completely different categories.
So when we put it all together and look at the full translation, you can feel that logical and spiritual force. It's undeniable. Every piece we've just unpacked builds to this complete, rock-solid declaration. The argument is totally seamless. First, it denies birth and death, then it denies becoming, then it reinforces permanence, and finally, it just severs the connection between the self and the fate of the body.
And that was Krishna's answer for Arjuna. He didn't just try to soothe his fear. He systematically took apart its entire logical foundation. He showed him that the very thing he was terrified of losing, the true self, in himself and in his enemies, was actually never in danger to begin with. By its very nature, it's beyond all harm.
And so, this ancient verse leaves us with a direct challenge. This isn't just some old philosophy. It's a really practical question for you, for right now. If you were to truly accept its premise, that some core part of you is absolutely fundamentally indestructible, what would that actually do to your relationship with fear? It's a powerful thought to carry with you.